Next up.
Next up, episode ke-13 presented by Rakan Muda. Okay, today it's rather special because I've got our very own Malaysian author. Siapa dia? Sekejap lagi I reveal, korang relax dulu kat situ. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Next up, episode ke-13 presented by Rakan Muda. And with me today, I've got on my couch, Nadiah Zakaria.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. Today, the tone is a little low sebab Nadiah is not feeling that well. But she still made it today, guys, to share everything about how to be a writer. Right. Now, first, we start off with a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Nadiah. I'm actually from Alostar, Kedah. So yeah, born and raised there. And then I did my degree in creative writing at University of Nottingham.
Okay.
Because I've always known that writing is like one of my strong suits.
Okay.
So that's why I thought since English, creative writing is the way to go for me. So which is why I'm just glad that my family actually supported that I want to do that as my degree. And then I actually just, after that, I graduated and I worked in like social media agencies.
Okay.
Because, with an English degree, it's kind of hard to like get like a proper writing job, like as your main 9 to 5, right? So that's what I do. And then I guess with like, I don't know if you know, but in Malaysia, the book community is quite large.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started off with writing book reviews, and these things, they get a lot of traction sometimes.
Okay.
And that's how I connected with people who are from the local publishing industry.
Okay.
Like, for example, my publisher is BookCute, which is an imprint of PTS.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're quite a big publishing house in Malaysia. And yeah, I started as an editor for them.
Okay.
Yeah, I started as a freelance editor.
Okay.
Because, just the usual grammar, line edits and all that.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, wait, you write, because I did write like in my own time for fun. And they were like, you write, do you want to write a book with us? And I was like, okay.
Oh.
Let's go. All right.
Let's go. I see it. I see it.
I see it. And I'm like, am I supposed to say no?
Yeah. No, girl.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah.
Exactly. So hence the birth of my first book, which is like a dark Gothic fantasy set in Kedah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Bane of Widdery.
Okay.
So yeah, it's more like, when it comes to our dark themes, it's usually like black magic and all that. So I was like, okay, let's have this in the
Malaysia's
book.
very famous for that anyway.
Yeah.
Is that how?
Yeah, I was like,
is that how you injected that idea into your book?
Yeah, I've always wanted to write, like our culture, what we are familiar with into these things. Like, I actually learned that in uni because before uni, I would write, my characters would just be Caucasian. Automatically, like, because I grew up reading books that are Western, right?
Yeah.
So all these novels, fantasy novels, they're all like written mostly by white people.
Yeah, true.
So when I write, for some reason, automatically, it's also white people, even though it's not something that we are familiar with, right? We're familiar using media.
Yeah.
So when I got into uni, my lecturers, they're all Malaysian.
Okay.
So they're like, why would you want to write, characters that are not close to you? Why don't you can write fantasy but make it Malaysian?
Yeah.
So I was like, that's true.
Yeah.
So it's like a wake-up call. So that's why when I had the opportunity to like actually publish a book, I was like, okay, let's write it set in my hometown.
Yeah.
Let's have the characters have Malay names, like the characters, they're named after flowers.
Oh.
So instead of the English names of the flowers, I use the Malay name like Mawar, Malur, that kind of thing. So it's really fun.
Yeah. I can't wait for me to get my hands on it. But how do you think your personal experience or your background shaped your writing?
I would say in terms of shaping my writing, it's more on like, I grew up in Alostar and there's not many that you can reach there, like media-wise, because even books back then, like if my sister has work in KL and she'll take me here, like I will lose my mind in Kinokuniya. You know what I mean?
That's the place.
That's the place.
Is the place.
That's the mothership. Yeah. So I'm just like, back then, like, now you can see Popular and MPH, they have like a wide selection now.
True.
But back then, like growing up, you go to Popular and the English
get, like,
fiction
the
section
buku
is like,
latihan,
yeah, it's like very small, kind.
Yeah.
So like when my sister would take me to places like KLCC, you will just find me in Kinokuniya for hours. Like, whoa, books.
I can relate to that. Yeah.
So I guess in that way, my sister is like one of my like pioneers in writing and reading.
Okay.
Because she would make me go to the library and borrow 2 books.
Okay.
Every 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess that's where my love for reading started.
Okay.
I mean, it was enforced, but it became something that I really looked forward to. And I was like, and then by the time I was like 13, I was like, okay, I've read a lot of books. What if I write one? Yeah. So
I like the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, social media, check her out on TikTok. That's how I found her out. And she was reviewing books, especially by local authors. So check that out. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. Okay? Sit tight right there. We're back. Next up, episode ke-13 presented by Rakan Muda with Nadiah Zakaria, a Malaysian author. But maybe some of our listeners might not be familiar with your book. So can you briefly tell us about your first baby?
Okay.
I'd seen it though, but I'm looking forward.
My first baby is Bane of Widuri. It's a novella, so it's roughly like 120-something pages.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's short but sweet lah. It's about a headmistress in an orphanage who doesn't let the girls get out of the manor at all.
Only the girls? Or it's a full girl?
It's an all girls, but only 7 girls at a time.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
weird.
And these girls are named after flowers.
Okay.
So basically, they've never left the manor for 16 years. They're just trapped in there. Okay. And then she basically has this garden in the manor where she calls it the Forbidden Garden. So these girls are not allowed to go in there at all.
Okay.
Yeah, until one day where this book starts is that the youngest of the girls, her name is Malor. So Malor decides that because it's been 16 years and when they reach 16 years old, they will get adopted.
Oh,
yeah. So parents will come and adopt these girls according to their age lah. So the oldest at this point is Kamboja.
Okay.
So Kamboja is gonna get adopted. So Malor was like, I will get you a gift.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sneak into the garden and pluck a Kamboja for you because the flowers in there are what the girls are named after.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 7 girls and the 7 flowers in the garden.
Right.
Yeah. So
Malo, very naughty Malo.
Malor went in and then touched the Kamboja there and she saw some things she's not supposed to see.
Okay.
So all hell breaks loose starting from there.
But do they eventually get adopted, including Malur? Okay, gotta read the book, guys and
Spoiler
girls.
alert.
Yes, but I'm just getting into it. Yeah. Now that you're telling me, I'm like, okay, so what happened next? I forgot that you guys have to read it yourself.
Yeah.
What are the themes or messages that you are most interested in exploring? Usually when you write a book. Okay, now this is the first baby.
Yeah.
I know a few more are coming out. I don't know, in the making. According to your post, I don't know.
I have 2 books out. So that's Bane of Widuri, the novella, and my debut novel is Revenge and Violent Hues. So that one is also like dark fantasy. It's about a girl whose father passed away like mysteriously, and then he left her like powers beyond her like knowledge.
Okay.
So suddenly she can see spirits and talk to ghosts and all that. But her mother is abusive because her mother blames her for the father's death.
Okay.
But she's like, what did I do?
Yeah.
You know, she's like, she was 12 when her father passed away. And then when she turned 18, she finds out that her father's paintings in his study are portals. So basically, for example, there's one painting that's a painting of Gunung Jerai. When you walk in there, you arrive at Gunung Jerai.
Right.
Like that. So she finds an academy within that other world where they teach you how to wield spirits as weapons.
Wait, I think I've seen this one. I think I've seen you talk about this one. So it's like the concept of like Bunyan or something like that, right? Yeah.
So it's like a parallel world to ours.
Oh.
Yeah. And she discovers all the secrets of her dad's death and all that in there.
So basically she kind of know her background, like her real true background. So
from there,
That's about that's a little bit about exploring while also discovering new world.
Yeah, like discovering who she is and what kind of powers that her father actually left her.
Okay.
Besides the ones that she already know. And then obviously there's people who will betray her. And it also has a lot of mythical creatures.
Okay.
Because the concept is like these people have like familiars. So they have like spirits that become theirs to command. So the spirits can be in any form. It can be a literal ghost. Like one of them has a penanggal as a spirit. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wait, where? How did you create all these characters, and where did you get the idea of all these stories and like, somehow linked it back to what Malaysian are familiar with?
I guess it's more like I said earlier, these things are normal when you read like Western fiction.
Yeah.
Like they have familiars, they have animals that became their creatures.
Yeah.
So I was like, what would be Malaysian enough, you know?
Okay.
So one of them has a penanggal.
Oh.
And I always have my readers like, why'd you do that? Now I have to read it during the day.
Yeah.
I can't read
but
it at
is
night
scary
now.
though, your books?
I mean,
parts?
some people say like those parts, like the ones with the ghosts and all, like it can be scary for them. But honestly, the penanggal in my book is she's very calm.
Yeah, but I guess when you see the word penanggal, it's like automatically
you imagine the
you're
look, right?
Oh, okay. Even though to you it's calm, but for us readers, I guess probably it'd be like, but it's a
where
penanggal.
did
Hello,
this come from?
Yeah, but which out of all your characters that you've created, which one do you think that you are emotionally attached to or close to you?
It would be the Widuri girls.
Oh,
Because when you craft your characters, you try to like give them personalities. And what I learned for these girls is that, you know how flowers have meanings?
yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
If you buy a white rose, what does it mean? A
Yeah.
red rose is different, right?
Yeah.
So I studied the meanings of the 7 flowers and tried to implement that in their personalities.
Okay.
So it became really close to me. Plus, I kind of based it off of Barbie 12 Dancing Princesses.
Okay.
I mean, very different a vibe, but
there's some similarities to it.
Some similarities. And I guess because writing them is so fun, even though I'm torturing them, but writing them and the pain that they go through one by one, it's like it hits home. So, yeah.
Got it. But where did you get this idea though of all this hardship?
I don't know. It's like there are some of my favorite writers. They like to torture their characters a lot. Like they send their characters through the most the most violent, harrowing like war or like some fights or whatever, right? No matter the genre lah. So I was like, I don't know. I won't say I'm not capable of writing happy endings.
Yeah.
But it's become like my brand.
Okay.
Like my readers would know not to expect happy endings from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not to expect.
Yeah.
Not to expect. Thank you for
Don't
telling me
expect
as
happy
well.
endings from
Because
me.
I was actually probably at the end, you know the
Yeah.
stories, how the story goes. Like you will go through the hardest of time.
Yeah.
And then in the end, you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I guess I can't expect that from your book.
No, there's no light in this tunnel.
How's the reader's reaction to your book? Have they ever surprised you in any way?
Yeah, like sometimes they ask questions that even I didn't think of,
Okay.
Like I had one reader ask me, like for example, for Bane of Widuri, like why Malor? Why is she the one who discovered everything? that kind of thing? And I was like, I took so long to answer because I was like, I also don't know.
I just created.
Like I just decided, okay, she's the youngest. Usually I'm the youngest. I would do that.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
relate somehow to your personal life as well, a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
When it comes to your characters. Okay. Yeah. Why Melo? Because she's the youngest.
Yeah, I feel like
Very naughty.
it's forbidden kan.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm gonna steal one flower. It can't be that bad.
Very naughty this
Yeah.
Melo. Like parents tell you jangan keluar balik maghrib, dia balik juga just to see
Yeah.
what happens, right?
Exactly.
Okay, when we come back, we're gonna talk more about this. And yeah, you guys with that chill sekejap. Kita rehat kejap, okay? We are back next up, episode ke-13 with Nadiah Zakaria. Ya Allah, nak sebut nama, nak sebut presented by rakan muda, gatal ya. Again, we do it. Next up, episode ke-13 presented by rakan muda with Nadiah Zakaria, our very own Malaysian author. Right, so Okay, now we've got into your books, the story of your books. Now I want to know your writing process. How does it usually look like? Because you write for fun initially, you told me, right? But now that you got it going, what does your writing process look like?
So when it comes to writing, usually there's two types of people.
Okay.
You're either a pantser, someone who doesn't plan anything, they just word vomit, right?
Right.
Or you're a plotter.
Okay.
So you plot your story chapter by chapter, or I mean depends on you and how you want to plot your story.
Okay.
Maybe chapter by chapter or scene by scene, that kind of thing. So I used to be a pantser because I used to write mostly short stories. So when it comes to short stories, it's just like I'll just write whatever.
Yeah.
Like whatever comes out, and then if I want to edit it later, I can do that.
Okay.
But ever since I got published, the publisher usually asks for outline.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So I learned to plot.
Okay.
Like, okay, so chapter 1, all this happens. Chapter 2, all this happens. So that's what I did for Widuri and Revenge.
Okay.
Yeah, because they had to green light the outline first, and then I can start writing.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah. So that's usually the process. I outline first, it gets approved, and then I'll start drafting.
Okay.
Yeah, and then drafting is usually like for the first draft is you just word vomit. Like you need to get to know your story first, right?
Okay.
So once you're done with that, then you can go back and like reread everything and edit where you see fit before you submit the manuscript. So yeah, if something needs researching, then you have to research that, obviously. Like for right now, I'm writing a new novel. And it's basically eldritch horror.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I'm really into eldritch horror
I
recently.
don't know why am I smiling though. But yeah, okay. But I'm getting excited, but at the same time I'm like,
horror.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I did was I just went into like a rabbit hole on YouTube, videos about eldritch horror. And then like what people recommend, like short stories to read and movies to watch, stuff that are eldritch horror. Like I recently finished the anime Uzumaki by Junji Ito because he does a lot of eldritch horror. So it's really fun, the research part, until you actually have to write the book. Then you're like, all right, I have to implement whatever I learned in the book. So yeah, what I plan for it is that it's going to be in a fictional town in Malaysia.
Okay.
So one is like a small town where witches live there. And then one is a more technology advanced town that they have superstitions about the witches. They're like, oh, witch is bad, you know? So it's more like a critique on society. Like, you know, we have these class differences and all that. And then the eldritch horrors will fall on the witches.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the people from the city will come and like investigate and whatnot, because to them this is like, even though they see it with their own eyes, they still don't believe it. Yeah. You know, like they're still skeptical, like what is going on? Maybe they did this. Why should we help them? You know, maybe they brought this upon themselves, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
But it's horror though. But okay,
Yeah,
but
horror.
love. It's coming out soon?
Hopefully next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you prefer word vomit or planning?
I still very much prefer word vomit because you never know, your ideas come as you go, right? But now that the planning part is like crucial for the process, I still need to plan.
Yeah. So but like so that means you have ideas all the time.
I have
say that.
I have like something like in my notes app. I have a list of like books I want to write.
Oh.
And they're like, okay, this book, and then what's it about?
Okay.
So I have like a whole list, and I'm trying to, you know, get through them one by one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you dealt with the creatives block?
Yeah, definitely.
How did you deal with that then?
It's more like, because for my novel, I wrote it in 2 months.
Okay.
Like, who writes 86,000 words in 2 months?
You.
Yeah, I did.
You.
Yeah, and then sometimes I look back at myself and I'm like, how did I do that? I wrote 50,000 words in 1 month.
Yeah.
Because I had a deadline.
Okay.
So I like it or not, I have to
True,
to
but
commit.
still, some people can't reach
it's
out
like,
to that.
I got the proposal in September, and then once the outline was approved, I started writing mid-October.
Okay.
And I told myself I need to finish draft 1 before Christmas.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And you did?
And I did.
Oh my God.
So I went home the Christmas break for 2 weeks. I went home to Kedah and I just printed out the whole manuscript. And I highlight the things I need to cut, the things I need to change. And I spent, because the deadline was end of January.
Okay.
So I spent the entire month of January rewriting stuff that I don't like and editing before I submit to my publisher.
All right.
So after that, I think because I made myself write like minimum 1,000 words a day, because that's the only way I can hit the goal.
Yeah, true.
So because I made myself do these things, you know, like actually creative work you can't force, right?
Yeah, true.
You need to take your time.
Yeah, exactly.
So because I was forcing myself to commit to like internal deadlines, external deadlines, and then I just couldn't write for like the whole year last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But your publisher gets it, lah. I mean, they understand, or like you still have freedom in terms of creative, like creative freedom somewhere.
Yeah, I still do. Like, even though I didn't write anything long form, I still wrote like for fun. Like I publish online, or you know, like short stories if anyone
Your
wants
stuff,
to read.
like,
Like my stuff. Nothing serious. Nothing heavily edited stuff like that. Right.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me go back to my roots and just write for fun. You know, like no need to stress out and be like, you know, like you get burnt out after stuff like that.
True.
So I was in a burnout for a few like number of months, and I was like, okay, writing is supposed to be something I love. It shouldn't feel like a chore. It shouldn't feel like someone's forcing me. So I was like, okay, let me just, you know, take it slow, write for fun, write for me. And then, this year they released the special edition of my novel. Yeah, so thankfully for that, I did some writing.
Okay.
I mean, it's still the same book. It's just that because it's a special edition, they allowed me to like, do you want to add, you know, like maybe bonus chapters? And I was like, oh, I'm allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I wrote some bonus chapters in the like point of view of the side characters.
Oh.
Yeah. So
interesting.
it's really fun. At least like I'm delving back into this familiar world, and I'm writing from the point of view of different people.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Yeah,
But
it's
I have
like
to read the whole book first, then I can understand the
Yeah.
POV from the side characters. But okay, we will take a break. When we come back, I wanted to ask you more, but you know, before I kena marah kat sini, we will take a break first. Okay, when we come back, we're gonna play some games, and then I can ask you that question that I wanted to ask you. Okay, guys, sit there, chill, kejap. We'll come back. All right, guys, we're back. We're going to play a game right now. Okay, no more horror dah. Okay, we're going to play a game called This and That, actually. This
Okay.
or That, sorry. This or That. So you got to choose between this or that.
Okay.
As simple as that. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
The first one is... Oh, okay, this one is not this or that, actually. Nak kena awak ni. Okay, this is just, we want to know. Okay. What's the last book you read and loved?
The last book I read was called House of the Beasts by Michelle Wong.
Okay.
It's fairly new, and I really loved it because it's eldritch horror.
Okay. Now you know what would you, which genre would you jump into then? Okay, now we get into the this or that. Morning writer or a night owl?
Morning writer.
Oh, really?
I get sleepy very early. I'm the kind of person who sleeps at 10 p.m.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Such a healthy lifestyle. So how early do you start writing then?
I mean, on days where I don't go to work, maybe like 9 or 10 a.m.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Can we switch? I mean, you wouldn't like my life then. I sleep very late. It's very hard. I have a sleeping problem. Okay, pen and paper or digital tools?
A pen and paper. Yeah.
Okay, why?
You can't beat bringing a notebook everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, I use digital stuff too.
Okay.
But nothing beats planning a story like on paper. Yeah.
So planning, you will write.
Yeah.
Paper
I
and
have
pen.
I have my specific planning notebook.
Okay, but like typing the story out is typing lah.
Yeah.
You use digital tools.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody is gonna write 1,000 words with pen.
And
Would you do it?
I mean, I would, but then you still have to retype it. You know,
Yeah,
like
true.
you still
Yeah,
need to
that
type
might
out your
as well just-
manuscript.
yeah.
So
Are you a typewriter person or a laptop person then?
I wish I had a typewriter.
Yeah, something about typewriter, right? Yeah.
But since I can't have one, I settled for the typewriter keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a favorite part of the writing process?
The research, because I get to use it as an excuse to like, you know, watch YouTube videos.
Got it. Yeah, that's your break time lah.
Yeah.
Considered. Okay. Coffee or tea while writing?
Tea. Unfortunately, I can't drink coffee. It gives me headaches. So, yeah.
No, you're healthy then. Great, great. Stay that way.
Oh,
Stick
okay.
with tea. Yeah, yeah. Okay, one word to describe your writing journey.
Ooh, harrowing.
Oh, why?
Because I have like an inner perfectionist.
Okay.
Yeah, so no one else is pressuring me while I write. I'm
Except for
pressuring
yourself.
me.
Yeah.
So it's really hard when you are your own critique. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no one else has read it, and I'm already like, this is bad. What if no one likes this? You know?
Okay,
And then I'm
yeah.
like, can you chill?
You got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to chill. Can I chill? But yeah, it's like really bad when the voice in your own head is
True.
like,
True.
this is bad. And
Yeah.
then when I share it with someone to beta read the story, they're like, oh my God, this is so good. And I'm like, are you lying? You know?
Oh yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I tend to
Yeah.
have that as well. Like, stop lying. Tell me the truth. And that person is actually telling you
Yeah,
the truth. It's
they're
your
like
own voice.
genuinely, I mean, if they have something to critique, they have to, you know, because they have
Yeah.
to be honest. So if they tell me like this sentence doesn't work, okay, we'll fix that.
Okay.
But when they're like, oh my God, I love this part so much, and I'm like,
Don't lie.
don't lie, imposter syndrome.
I get it. I get it. I go through
Yeah.
that too. Pretty much whenever I'm doing my work, yeah, it's the whole perfectionist
Yeah.
in us that is actually the one, criticizing us
Yeah.
on our own. And then, I always imagine like I have the little angel and devil. Like the devil will be like, no, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
And then the little angel is like, chill, just
Yeah,
do it. Don't think too much.
exactly.
I always have that battle in my head.
Yeah.
While also smiling in front of people like, yeah, everything is fine.
Everything's fine.
It's so weird how we work then. I can't imagine. But yes, we have actually come to the end of this section. But we're going to take a break. When we
Okay.
come back, last words probably to future Malaysian authors in the making.
Okay.
All right, all later. Korang chill kejap, we'll come back. Alright guys, next up episode ke-13 presented by Rakan Muda with Nadiah Zakaria. As usual, when we've come to this segment, kita kembali untuk melepaskan pergi. But before we, let her go, maybe a few words for future Malaysian authors.
I would say, write what you want.
Okay.
Like, sure, you have expectations on the outside, like what the market wants, what's
Yeah.
currently popular, and especially with the publishing market right now, it gets very saturated.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of the same stories or whatever, and you might be afraid, like, maybe my story is not original.
Okay.
But then, like, originality is hard to like achieve nowadays because everything is inspired by everything.
Yeah.
So basically, I would say write what you want. Don't be like me. Don't pressure yourself. When no one else is pressuring you. Try not to, because I'm still working on that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like be in touch with what you know, like your culture, what you experienced.
Right.
I'm not saying you can't write what you don't know, because
Okay.
you can always learn. But I find that writing things that I personally know about makes the experience even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about like opportunities to be a writer in Malaysia?
I would say being a writer in Malaysia, getting into the publishing industry is much easier and less complicated compared to if you want to be published overseas.
Okay.
Because, for example, overseas, you have to acquire a literary agent first, and they will be the one selling your book to publishers.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so it's a very long
Yeah.
hassle. Like, even if you get an agent, if you manage to get an agent, it doesn't secure like a publishing deal, right? Because they have to sell it for you. So if
Yeah.
it doesn't sell, then it doesn't sell.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for like local publishing, publishers usually have like submission dates, like, okay, we'll be open for submissions within this period of time. And then you can like, go all out and submit your manuscripts to them. Like, for example, with my publisher, they're always accepting manuscripts.
Okay.
So you can study these different publishers, right? And see
Okay,
like, okay,
yeah.
what kind of books do they publish?
Yes.
Like, is it a perfect fit for what I write? And then you can just email them the manuscript and, talk it out from there.
All right.
Yeah. So I would say just go for it,
Yeah,
because
less
you never know.
complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, less complicated, right? So,
Yeah.
overseas, it's more about having a PR team.
Yeah.
To get your book
Someone
out.
has to sell your book for you.
Why can't you sell it yourself then?
Yeah.
No, it's just not how it works.
Yeah,
That
it's
okay,
not
but
how it works
that's how it
already.
works in Malaysia.
Yeah.
And then your book.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them about your book. When is it coming? Where they can get it?
As of right now, the latest book that I released was, it's called 9 of Hearts.
Uh-huh.
This is my first ever self-published book.
Okay.
So I did everything myself, and it's currently open for pre-order right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, these things you can find, I usually update them on my Instagram.
Yeah.
So this one is entirely self-published by me.
Mm-hmm.
As for latest published book, it's the Revenge and Violent Hues special edition.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is in bookstores, like any bookstore you go to. Yeah, it's in bookstores and available online as well if you're into it. I would definitely recommend the special edition over the regular one.
Of course.
Mainly because, you know, you have the
Yeah.
bonus chapters,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you get to know more about the story. Yeah.
Interesting. Get your hands on it. She mentioned all her books. You guys can also check her social media out. I found her out on TikTok, so go there. If you not just for her stuff, she does book reviews as well,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, local authors by local authors. So check it out. Thank you, Nadia, for coming here.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.